Welcome to episode 1 of my Crucible Academy, guys. This video is talking all about positioning. Now, this is my second time recording this because I decided to go a little bit of a different way with the videos. For each video that is part of this playlist, I've noted down a couple of points that are crucial to the aspect of gameplay that we're talking about, as well as I've managed to get one or two clips that I can bring up on the screen and sort of like talk you guys through my mentality that I have when I made these clips, just because I know a lot of people tend to understand something a lot better and they can wrap their head around it a bit clearer if they can watch what I'm talking about, so I can sort of like guide them through it. Cool. So before we get started on watching the video, the three main points that I've got noted down here about learning positioning in the Crucible is number 1, angles, number 2, cover, and number 3, escape route. More importantly, always make sure you have them. Now, a lot of people might think that angles and cover are kind of the same thing, but I'll go over the difference of them. But let's walk through this video and I'll talk you through the thought process of what was happening when I had this clip and how I used my positioning to my advantage. Okay, so instantly here at the start, what I saw when I had it on my sniper scope here is two people, two warlocks, both Icarus dashing at me. It's extremely scary. I hate top 3 downwards. I managed to get the body on one, but I go behind cover because even if they're both using their primary weapons, if I stay in that lane without dipping back into cover, I'm almost certainly going to die before I can get a kill. So now that I've got the damage on one, I know that one of them has got no more than 70 health and one of them could potentially be full health. Which means if I can, I want to limit this engagement that I'm about to take to hopefully just one of them. I don't mind who it is. At this sort of range, my last word can be just about anybody, any primary. And so as long as I can take a 1v1 instead of a 1v2, I should be pretty successful. So we'll see if we can do that. Luckily, when I slide out here, there was only one from there, which meant perfect. That's exactly what I needed, and it was the person who was weak. Really good engagement for me there. Now this wall is going to come around the side, and the good part about this position that I'm in right now is that lane that I just took is a pretty decent range for a last word. If they go back towards the back wall, then it can be a little bit tough for my last word to reach there, but at that point I can just disengage. But the good part about people coming around on the left here is that is perfect range for my last word. No primary can beat me, no shotgun can reach me, so I'm in a really good spot if anyone jumps over here. Easy. Now this one was just all about me noticing that after I got this second kill and I was reloaded, that my radar pinged, which meant that again someone was jumping up onto that ledge, and so I'm just going to slide out and try and engage them. I've got no reason to believe that it's more than one person, so I'm just going to try and take that fight. Easy enough. Someone again is coming around on my left because I'm watching my radar. We're not going to talk about those shots, but that person goes off the map easy enough. As soon as I see someone jumping around on my left here, if I've got a last word out, I'm going to take that fight 10 times out of 10, because I'm confident that I'm going to win it. Now here is where things start to get a little bit interesting. My radar is going hell for leather up in that top left corner, which I've got a reason to believe that there is more than one person around this corner. So I'm going to have to be really careful with how I'm taking this next engagement. You can see what I did there. Rewind it back a bit. As I'm coming around this corner, I see one, I see two, which means same thing as last time. If I'm staying there and I can see both of them, which means both of them can see me, if I stick in that 2v1, I'm going to die. So what I need to do is I need to try and back around to the left around this corner while maintaining the gunfight with this person on the right, but avoiding this person on the left. Which meant that I was left in a 1v1 with my last word and their other primary. But now I'm weak and I'm reloading. What's going through my head now is, if this person stays here on the left and he doesn't push me, then that's fine. I can recover, I can get my ammo back, I can disengage. But if this person decides to come around this corner, I've got nothing to defend myself. And so the only other option that I've got is to try and avoid the line of sight that that person might take by coming around that corner. And the way that hunters do that really easily is by jumping. All three classes can jump over and bait doorways, but hunters do it really well. And that's exactly what happens. Now what this warlock does is he's just been punched from the air from a person who he didn't know where they was, which was me, and so he instantly jumps away from where I was and tried to celestial firing me. He lost this engagement as soon as he jumped away because he left himself vulnerable in the air against my last word, and he was just never going to win that fight from that point. And that's the end of the clip. Okay, so another one we've got here, this is in Trials of Osiris. It was on Altar of Flame and I was playing with two clan friends of mine, Lord and Illuminated. We were actually against a pretty decent team in this game. I actually know all three of these people, so I was really surprised when I managed to clutch this one out.
What's deep ass and...
Lord got himself in a little bit of a bad position there. He was probably fine taking that 1v1, but when this person comes around from the back, he was in a bad position and just got himself caught in a 2v1. He was just unfortunate positioning.
What? How did that not connect?
On the right.
As you can see here again, I'm trying to limit my engagement by making sure that the only person who can see me is a person who comes around this corner.
On the right. Shit. My bad.
Yeah, I fucking...
Good.
My bullets didn't
I just got really lucky that he missed his shots there. He realistically should have killed me.
connect.
On my res, pushing up, two of them, both.
You got
That's
the
just
stand.
synchronized. Down bottom on stairs. One dude's on Lord's res, one dude's on stairs. Both stairs now, pushing up to me. Gaping.
See that same thing again. As soon as that person comes around that corner and pushes out, I'm backing out and moving around this wall so that the only person who I can see is the person who I'm trying to actively engage, whilst stopping anyone else from seeing me from around the corner.
Nice.
Nice,
Last
nice.
dude on my res. He's pushing left.
Pushing.
Behind, in your nade.
That nade's gonna...
I got some good shots on that guy who was more just fortunate that he slid into my grenade at the exact same time, but we managed to clutch that round out.
Why did he go in your nade?
Yeah, why did he go in my nade? That's a good question, Luna. But yeah, I think those showcase my positioning really well, and Altar of Flame is a really awkward map for making sure you've got your angles covered because of how wide it is. There are plenty of positions like this bottom area, bottom of B, aiming towards up the main sniper lane in the middle. Your radar can't always detect people from there, and so it can be really hard to watch angles from places where you don't know if people are there or not. I think those two clips showcased positioning really well, so hopefully you learned something from that. On to lesson number 2.